Good day. Welcome to Midweek Musings here at Trinity Heights United Methodist Church. I'm Kent Little, pastor. It's always good to have you join me either live in this moment or if you find this later at a later date or time, either on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. Most importantly, it's good to have you join me each week as we gather to just talk a little bit about what's going on here at Trinity Heights, as well as a little bit about what we're doing worship and thematic wise on Sunday mornings, etc. So we, as I've been saying the last several weeks, we are gearing up for the fall, getting ready to get started with some additional programming, kind of normal, but additional programming. Next week, on Wednesday, we start up our Welcome on Wednesdays, our WOW gathering. We have my Theology Matters class at 4:30. I think we're going to be using, well, I can't reach it right now, but using the book by Barbara Brown Taylor, Holy Envy, Finding God in the Faith of Others. So we're going to be working through that book this fall in my class. That class meets at 4:30 here at the church on Wednesdays. And then at 5:30 we have our meal, and then after that our children and youth programming that we have, and then as well as choir practice. So anyway, those kind of things are starting up. I also put out in the newsletter the last couple of months, and it'll go out again for September, just a little teaser or maybe more of a feeler, if you will, to see if there's any interest of starting another Sunday morning Sunday school class of some kind, book study, discussion class, Bible study, a topical class, whatever we might want to do. Still up in the air about timing. What I put out in the newsletter and elsewhere is I would be willing to teach a class before worship, which makes it kind of early for those of you who aren't early risers. But the possibilities for that, if we did it before worship, would be starting either at 8 o'clock or starting at 8:30, or we could start as late as 9 o'clock. Especially at the 9 o'clock hour, we would need to wrap that up probably in about 40 to 45 minutes. So I could get ready to make the transition from class time to worship at 10. If I don't have any interest in that, and like I said, I recognize that those are kind of early times if we decide to do that, I would consider maybe doing a class after worship. I don't want to take anything away from the class we already have going on after worship on Sunday mornings, but if there are other folks who aren't involved in that class who would be interested in another class, I would be willing to do that at 11 o'clock or 11:10, 11:15, whatever, until noon. So think about that. Also, on October the 5th, I'm going to do another gathering. I'm going to try to do that quarterly. We've had some new faces in the congregation of late, and I'm always hesitant to talk about it as a gathering for prospective new members, though that's part of it. But anyone can come. We talked a little bit. I would talk a little bit about United Methodism in general, John Wesley, etc., and then of course our ministries and programming here at Trinity Heights United Methodist Church, and ways to get plugged in and participate in the ministries we have here at Trinity Heights. So I'm going to try to do that quarterly. The first one is going to be October the 5th. After worship, after you get a chance, maybe to go get a cup of coffee and a cookie in our fellowship time, and then we'll meet in a different room it's an informal time of just a little information, and then time for questions and that kind of thing. So we'll be doing that quarterly starting October the 5th. So those, those are some of the things that are going on. We also have an outing planned to go out to one of the sand pits over by Burton just as an outing. I think we're going to spend some time by the lake, if you want to call it a lake. And I think we're going to have ice cream, homemade ice cream, and just a time to relax and get to know one another. Hopefully we'll be experiencing fall weather by then, kind of like we are right now. And so that'll be a good time out together. So hopefully you can take part in that as well. And then of course we'll starting up our youth Sunday school class as well. I don't know if that meets this Sunday or maybe next Sunday. I forget now, but anyway, so just kind of the normal things that are going on. We have a big Sunday coming up this coming Sunday on the 7th. Our organist and pianist Joanne Wolf, many of you know her. She has been playing here at the church as our organist for 40 years. Quite an accomplishment, leaves quite a legacy. She is retiring. And so I hope as many of you as can come and help us celebrate this coming Sunday. Celebrate Joanne and her long time place here at Trinity Heights. Sunday morning at 10, we'll have a worship service, special worship service with lots of music, lots of special music. Special music by Joanne and special music by some of her grandkids, special music by the choir. Anyway, so it's going to be a great service, just filled with music, which is a great thing. I don't know. My message may be pretty short, just because we have so much we want to get done and so much celebrating we want to do. One of the things I've been working with thematically for what little bit of a meditation I might give in the midst of our celebration on Sunday is the place music holds for us. I have for a long time suggested that I believe somehow, some way, music or rhythm, or however we want to talk about it, is deeply embedded in who we are, deeply embedded in who and how we are created by our Creator. I wonder sometimes if it's almost a DNA thing, so deeply embedded in our makeup. I'm in the midst of a new book I ordered the other day, Musicophilia, and it's by Oliver Sacks. The subtitle is Tales of Music and the Brain. Admittedly, I am in over my head on this. It's a very scientific study of how music and we as human beings connect, and the place it holds in our psyche, in our music, and that kind of thing. Some of it makes real sense to me. Some of it, I'm obviously over my head and swimming in deep waters. But I think it affirms. He says if I remember right, in the opening of his book, he dismisses the idea that music is innate in us, which very well may be. But there's something about music and the way it resonates with us, and the way we connect with music in so many different ways, on so many different levels in our lives, that there's even though the scientist in the book says he doesn't think it's that we're born with it, or that it's evolutionary, or that it's part of who we are. I don't know. I think there's I think there's something real curious about the way music is in our lives. Sometimes even if we don't really understand or know that it's there. So anyway, I doubt that I get to talk a lot about that this Sunday, but I want to talk a little bit about it, just in our celebrating who Joanne is, and the music that she has brought to this community of faith for so many faithful years, and the importance music carries with us in our faith, thousands of years ago, especially in the Psalms of David, talking about singing praises, singing psalms to God. that music is an important part of who we are, an important part of not only who we are as simply human beings, but an important part of who we are as children of God and those who follow the way of Christ. So I hope you can join us this Sunday. Like I said, the celebration, the worship service will begin at 10 o'clock. Excuse me. After our worship service, we'll move then into the fellowship hall, where we'll have a lunch and then a reception and some more celebration of Joanne, opportunity for some people if they'd like to get up and share a memory or two, because she's had an impact not only upon our church here for 40 years, but the community at large, teaching piano lessons for so long, helping the company at the schools, and so her talent and her gifts and her contribution to the arts and to music in our church and in our community has made a huge impact and imprint on this region. So anyway, hope you can come and join us. Be glad to see you at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, and then join us for lunch later. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great day. Get out and enjoy the weather. Oh, it's just beautiful outside. Cooler weather. We've had some nice showers. It's a great day. It's a great day. So I hope you can get out and enjoy that. Thank you for being here. And as we say here at Trinity Heights, always strive to be a light and to love one another, every single other, until there are no others, only one beloved community of all. Have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.